that kid and that curiosity inside of you, like it's in there. Just because we don't, I hope it inspires people to, or inspires them to find their own craft that they've always wanted to do. Go learn, go take a class. Like it's just, that's what keeps us young and like, and connected. And I hope that the show does that.
Jason, yo, man. First of all, I got to thank you for introducing me to this show because these artisans are absolutely incredible. I know the characters you've played from Khal Drogo, Aquaman, Dante and Fast X, Baba Voss and C, but this is the first time I feel like I've gotten to know Jason. What inspired you to create On the Roam?
It's just all the things that I'm, I guess, curious or obsessed with and the things that I love. And I just wanted to not only give thanks to the people who inspired me, but to honor the people who deserve to be honored and things that I find interesting or who have helped me along the way. And I thought it'd be pretty interesting to make all these things. And I feel that as we started to do it, like everything took on its own little heart, and it's always a wonderful experience. A lot of it started, and I hadn't really thought about it, but when I was directing a lot of commercials for Carhartt, you would actually go and meet all these different artisans who are these handcrafted artisans in their own workplaces, and you're shooting them, and they're just normal guys who don't have a camera around them, and but you get them excited, and then you show them your art form, and you show them how cool it looks and on what you've captured, and they're like, wow, that looks so cool, and then you get to excite. It's just an everyday guy, but he's doing something that I love. But I'm putting it on a pedestal going like, well, I'm going to shoot it this way and that way, doing my art form. And through that, you get to make some really cool things together and people get to open their hearts and you get to really connect. And so,
which is awesome. Now, this show does a great job of giving us an inside look at what inspires you. And we get to meet the artisans that are making fantastic art with their crafts, but they're also preserving history, like the DAH bikes and the hill climbing races and the history of these incredible guitars like the 1960 Les Paul. Can you talk about how these artisans are preserving history as well?
That's like the cool thing. It's like there's a lot of people. The people I look up to, they're getting old and they're leaving, and so I feel like it's up to me to then like pass down what's important and to understand the history of why these things are important. Because there's a generation that may look up to me that has no idea what's going on out there with that. And so I think it's just trying to pass down this knowledge of like how you got to where you're at. You want to know where the original rebels were and what came down and like what the original thing was. And this is how it got to here. So it's just a little bit of a history in a weird way. But I think the most important thing I wanted to do is just is really to honor the importance of human eye and touch, and that it can't be made with computers. I mean, with the help of, technology, but the truth of it is like it's the eye and the touch that really can put the soul into something that is, which I find important.
On the Roam kind of brought out my inner artist. I felt so inspired after watching this. Like my dad has a 1968 Honda CB 160. I don't even know how to ride a motorcycle, but I wanted to get in there and start like working on it and fixing it up. Or I wanted to grab a camera like Todd Hido and start taking pictures. I just felt so inspired after watching this. What would you say to anybody? What advice would you give to anybody looking to like find their passion or seek adventure?
The other thing too is I wanted people to go like, well, there's stuff that you're interested in that you kind of put, by the side, because life intervenes and like you don't have time for it. But that kid and that curiosity inside of you, like it's in there. Just because we don't, I hope it inspires people to, or inspires them to find their own craft that they've always wanted to do. Go learn, go take a class. Like it's just, that's what keeps us young and like, and connected. And I hope that the show does that because, there's too many things to do in this lifetime that I think just, I like being inspired. And if I can inspire by watching people inspire me, then then success,
Yo, this dude already signed up for motorcycle lessons after watching this show. Not even kidding, man. I just want to look, it really did inspire me to be like, I just want to give it a shot. Like I'm only going to live once, right? I at least got to try it.
Bro, it's the most amazing, like it's meditation being on the road and like getting on those back roads. And, when the sun's kind of that perfect, 4 or 5 o'clock and your hair's blowing in the wind and you just feel the wind on your face. And it's man, it's amazing. And then when you can do it next to your friends and they're smiling, your smile is just like your face hurts from smiling. It's joy.
Yeah, I love the bond that you created with those folks, the roamers as well. That's so cool. Now you've gotten knives made for C from artists like Richard Baggett, Terry Shanks, Neil Kamimura. If, let's just say hypothetically, you do play a character like Lobo, what is something you would want custom made for a character like that?
What's Lobo got? He's got the great chain with the sickle on it, right? He's got the chain and the hook. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to do stuff like that. So, but I'd throw in some kind of custom piece. I got to think about. That's a good question. I would have to think about what I would make. I haven't really,
even those skulls look cool, you know?
Absolutely, the skull's right there.
Oh, dude.
A couple of those.
That was so cool watching him make that. That is incredible. Can you discuss infusing the characters you play with the artisans that you've met along the way?
Well, I mean, I find each person is like when I see their work, I get inspired. I'm like, wow, that would be really cool for this character or that character, or talk to them and go like, hey, what do you think about this? And can we make something like that? So I generally get on the phone with them and talk because I'm inspired by what they've already made. Now we'll then turn it into something like how we can make something together. And do they like that? And then through that, we build the character through just making different pieces. And then, Neil did such a great job with with C that he did it very quickly for the first season at the very end. And then obviously second season and then third, we kind of just, it felt right for the character. And in each character I play, they've, one of my friends have really taken, they've done the heavy lifting for some of those characters. So
thank you so much for this show, Jason. It's absolutely incredible. Like I said, bro, this inspired me. And now I'm signing up for motorcycle lessons. Here we go, baby.
Right on, baby. Love you, man. Cheers.
Thanks,
bro.
Jason. Appreciate you, bro. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.